What it is, y'all. Y'all already know, man. It's another episode, man. Episode 34, man. Tonight's episode, y'all already know, man. It's the host with the most, Tim the Official, Mr. Media Man, content expert. If you guys have any questions, tonight's episode is brought to you by no other than Sister Sarah, Fried Garlic Crab. You can't forget D1 Apparel. That's where you get the sweaters from. Tap in time for 25% discount on all merchandise. Tonight's episode is also promoted by Street Billboards. Can't forget them. All right, now. And the biggest corporate sponsor we have is Tree Culture. So shout out to them. But we want to get into this, man. We want to get into episode 34, man. And I have a special guest, man, a brother from another, man, Mr. Renaissance Man on the move, man. Talk to us, man. How you feeling today,
What's
brother?
going on, my brother, man?
Okay.
I'm great, man. I'm great.
Okay.
Finally here, Culture Talk TV, man. I'm great, man.
For sure, for
I'm
sure.
full of answers. As far as the questions, you got for me, or however the case is, you understand what I'm saying, man. I fell in love with music technically when I was 5 years old. I got my hands in all type of parts, from music to podcast to entertainment, to management. Shout out to my artists, shout out to cool people. You understand what I'm saying? So I would have to say overall, just it's a blender. Like my mindset is to build my own kitchen from scratch.
I like that.
From pots, pans, skillets.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been grinding for 18 years. So it's like now you have the mindset of, okay, well, have a mindset as what's your weaknesses and strongs, and or better yet your strengths and your weakness. You get what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that, and I put it all in the blender. Like I said, as far as I'm good at this, I'm good at this. I need to learn from this, about this and this and that. But it all comes from the journey.
Of course, for
So
sure,
you get
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
So, just speaking about journey, so I want to, start from the beginning. I want to get to know you. I want the audience to get to know you, to know who you are as a person. So, tell me, where are you from? We're born and raised.
I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, Dade County, Liberty City. The heart of Dade County, Liberty City. Poker Beans, Scott Projects, you name them, Killer 2, Dog Pound, the heart of Liberty City.
Definitely. So what's some things you did for fun as a youth, just growing up in Liberty City? What's some things you did just for fun as a youngster?
Played football in the streets, played basketball in the streets. You could say race a lot, dodgeball, kickball, box ball.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I would say also we could say video games from Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, but I ain't always had it. So I came from a family so with some of my family, the ones who did have it, I go to their house, or my uncle who took me in when I was 4. Well, let me say that back. Who took me in after my dad passed when I was 4 years old, and took me up under his wing. He had it all from the video games to, like I say, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Street Fighter, you name it. I went to his house all the time, and that's where I get my wisdom from. That's definitely where I get my wisdom from my uncle. Because I gotta thank him, because after my dad passed, he really took me up under his wing, which he didn't have to do that. And he go by GT. I have to say, 1250. That's his nickname. But other than that, man, I have to say just about each and everything that we needed to do when we was young, I did. I drunk from the water hose. When it wasn't nowhere as far as food go, we made mayonnaise sandwiches sometimes.
Definitely.
I come from the struggle for real, in real life. Not the internet. Like seriously. So
you understand what it feels like to be outside and hanging out and actually being outside, instead of like the new generation that's inside.
Of course, they too lazy.
So by you knowing that, by you living that, what is your opinion on the generation that doesn't get to experience what you got to experience, as far as riding bikes, as far as playing tag, as far as playing football, basketball outside? Now they don't experience that, so they lose that connection. So now they lose the opportunity to actually gain friends and gain a bond with, somebody that they can know 10 years, 20 years down the line.
Correct. Well, first off, I apologize for cutting you off, but I want to say they too lazy. They too lazy. They feel entitled. They feel entitled a lot. They don't apply themselves. They don't be mindful. They don't be open minded. And us as parents, we're not always right too, though. It's times that I could tell my daughter, and I say something that I felt that I was right, and I could double back, and I'd be like, you know what? I apologize. I was wrong. Or my nephew I raised. I done been in, like far as raising someone else kid. You get what I'm saying? And I done literally said things to him as, oh, well, you this and that, and this. I snap with, and then I'd be like, well, I could have approached it a little better. So I just say, I feel like they entitled. Like I say, they feel entitled. They don't apply themselves. They don't be mindful. They very lazy. They don't know time management. And like you say, what I look at it like as, they got born into the internet. The internet came over the years as we just kept going and growing, and now the internet taking over. But my uncle, who also raised me, told me this. He literally told me that the internet was gonna take over. And of course, I wasn't hearing it at the first.
So what's your message to the youth, to the ones that's letting the internet take over? Like, what is your message that you can get out to them if they put this podcast on and they hear you? What message would you get out to them? The ones that's lost on social media.
They gotta know how to balance out their time. I understand the internet is just about every kid dream or preteen, dream, or this. Y'all feel this is all y'all got, but y'all gotta understand, once you log out that social media, or once you get off of the internet, it's a real reality here. This not nothing that you could just cut on a computer and cut off. So I feel y'all need to just be more mindful and open-minded, and think about where you're going in the next 5-10 years. Because even though the internet here and it's here to stay for now, because it didn't, it's still here, but y'all got to have a different mindset. And that's what I usually have. And that's what I usually push to let the young youth know, that you got to have a different mindset. You can't let the internet raise you, like overall, because I can understand y'all love it, but it's also real reality, things that go on outside of the internet.
This episode is brought to you by Tree Culture Entertainment in conjunction with Sixth Rental Cars. Make your reservation using the link below in the bio and get 15% off your next rental. Whether compact, hybrid, premium, or luxury SUV, Sixth has all the vehicles for all your needs and all the lengths of time that you need. Book anytime using our link provided and get 15% off. Rent the car of your dreams with Sixth.
And just quick question, is all of that knowledge the reason that you are where you are now? The reason that you have that mindset that you have now? Is it because you've been through so much? Because you actually have that experience? Because some people don't have that experience. So you have some experience that you're actually able to pass on to others and pass on to the youth, to let them know you don't got to make a hiccup. You don't got to chase this. You don't got to do that. You know what I mean? You can really put your energy in the right direction first, instead of bump your head following somebody else and following the crowd. Nah, just do the right thing. You know what I mean? Follow the right thing and you're going to be good. But following the wrong thing, you're going to bump your head. And then eventually you're going to find yourself doing the right thing.
That's a good, that's, I love the way you lay that out. You have to be a student before you be a teacher. You have to be a student before you think you're a professor. Shout out to Flood the Block. You understand? I done been in this game for a long time. And since I've been running with Flood the Block, shout out to Fresh. Since I've been running with Flood the Block, he showed me a lot. And not just Flood the Block, shout out to Wit God. I listen to the OGs, I listen to the pioneers, I listen to the icons, the legends, because I always have a mindset as I know for a fact what I know here, I need to know way more. And that's what they don't do. They always feel that we trying to put down on them, or we trying to, make them feel, like belittle them or nothing. No, it's not about that. You will never know how far you could go mentally and growing in this society from where we come from. Miami, Florida, Dade County, Liberty City, it's not no game. Only the strong survive. I'm 41 now. It take me back to when I was 14 years old, and when I thought that I ain't know what I was gonna be doing. Now I'm looking at all the motion I got going on, but I had to, like you said, bump my head a lot. I had to go through a lot of losses. I had to go through a lot of deaths. I had to go through a lot of detours. I had to really see what life is about. For real. Right. It wasn't, and it's not, and it's not a book you can read on it. You have to just understand it, learn it, pay attention, be open-minded, be mindful, and lock in. When they talk to you, and when you see OGs really speaking to you and taking you up under their wing, or let you know where we need to go on and talk about this, whatever, even if you're the one who always talk, sometimes shut up. Sometimes calm down. Sometimes pipe down. In my 20s, I was no near this. I was the total opposite. But it's called growth. And it's called where you at now compared to where you was at then. So that's how I look at it. And honestly, man, I feel that's what they don't do.
Understood. So look, so what I want to do before we wrap it up, I want you to let the world know what should they know about the Renaissance Man on the Move. What should they know about you? What is your message? What is your essence? What is your presence? We talked about a lot, but if this is your stage, the audience, you're talking to the audience, let them know what you stand for. What is your movement? What is your purpose? You know what I mean? Because I know we talked about a lot. But if you could just wrap it up to the audience, let them know what's your message.
Well, first, my message is, first thing first, cool people, my artists, I know people don't like to be listed with other artists and stuff like that. I get it. Shout out to Wit God. Like I said, I knew Slave Child first before Wit God. You understand? And his music used to get compared to Trick Daddy. And it's facts. And shout out to Mike Smith too. I'm not, I know he the Trick Daddy JR, but I'm going off what I heard back in the days and what the people were speaking on from city to city, state to state, county to county, when he really was that dude. You get what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down behind cool people. That's just what it is. We both had our journeys, however, and that's just what it is. I done been around for so long, and so far we've been locked in. That's my brother from another mother, and that's how I'm coming. Shout out to Flood the Block. We got a lot of things in motion, a lot of things. I can't keep up no more. I'm not gonna lie to y'all people. It's so we got Flood the Block present On the Run podcast in motion. That's definitely starting myself. And shout out to my podcast too. And shout out to Lady C, my co-host on Black Balling Podcast.
Make sure you tap in Black Balling Podcast. The link will be in the bio. Under all the descriptions, you're gonna see his name, you're gonna see his bio, you're gonna see his Instagram, you're gonna see everything that you need to do to subscribe and follow Black Ballin' Podcast, man. That part.
Appreciate it, man. And I seal it off by saying, from music to entertainment to filming, I'm in my first film, Party Line. It should be dropping on the top of 2026. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Honeybee Films.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Hondra, you know, for the opportunity. Shout out to Flood the Block.
Okay.
Also for giving me that opportunity as well. Shout out
Mm.
to Fresh for giving me that opportunity.
100.
And I just wanna keep growing, my brother. You know,
Yes,
by the time
sir.
I get in my mid-40s, 50 max, I ain't trying to be working for nobody. You know,
Yes,
I'm trying to
sir.
get my percentages and everything. I done put the work in. I'm steady putting the work in.
Mhm.
I done took a Gatorade break, you know, because it get tiring, man. It get overwhelming,
But you
you
back
know.
though.
But I'm back. You
That
understand?
part.
I'm back, and I'm back like a shack attack.
That part.
You
That
know,
part.
so
So let
that's
them know,
basically
man.
pretty
All
much
your
really
social
it.
medias that they can find you, all platforms they can find you, man. Let them know where they can find you, man. All platforms. Let them know.
Well, for sure, Kyle Smooth Murphy, KYLESMOOTHMURPHY. That's Kyle Smooth Murphy, KYLESMOOTHMURPHY on Instagram and Facebook. Black Balling Podcast. Y'all follow us. Black Balling Podcast. BLACKBALLIN Podcast. POWCAST. And it's also Black Balling. You know, Black Balling, like, you know, you're gonna have some underscores in it as well. But trust me, once y'all put Black Balling Podcast, it's gonna pop up. Trust me, you know.
Facts.
And TikTok, definitely Sir Cool Smooth True, Mr. Renaissance on the move on there. So Sir Cool Smooth True, SRCOOLSMOOTHTRUUEEE. And on TikTok is where I put everything that every umbrella that I got my hands into, I put it all up under one umbrella.
Okay.
You know, and Mr. Renaissance on the move, Lifeline Freestyle Drive-Thrus.
That part. So, hey, y'all, make sure you follow everything he has going on. The link will be in bio. Actually, multiple links will be in the bio. So, follow everything he has going on. This is another episode, episode 34. It's Culture Talk TV, Mr. Renaissance Man on the move, and we at your chest, man. Tap in with everything we got going on, man.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir.